Yeah,
Are we live and
we are now. I was posting a live notification.
Morning.
I don't
Morning.
remember my password for Twitch.
It's early days. We are early on a Friday.
Ooh.
Holy
everybody.
moly.
Hello.
How's everybody doing? Are we all well? While I fiddle around and find some music, you know what time it is, what? You know what time it is. Get them dice roll.
Is that why you gave me this one? Because it's covered in cat hair.
Nice.
I've forgotten my password.
I am ready to give up. Look at all that.
What do you mean? Somebody tell me my Twitch username.
Vibo Swaggins.
That's what I thought it was as well.
It is. It is Vibo Swaggins.
This fucking guy.
Vivo,
This
Vivo.
fucking guy.
God damn.
Right, boys, what did you get?
Oh, fuck, I haven't rolled yet. Roll.
Roll.
Can I have advantage? Can I use an advantage?
Nope.
Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
18.
14.
13.
Oh. 13.
It's on Vabes. Could it be Junior? Oh, it's Junior.
I can't even remember. It was 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago, to be fair. It was 2 weeks ago. I won't fucking hard push for it. Right, let's do a little bit of a groupie recappy one. I know we mostly wanted to get shit sorted ready for the coming journey, didn't we?
Was this the last one, the one where we met with Darius, or was that the one before?
That was.
I think that was the one before. You went and got your tattoos.
I do have all that.
Oh,
in
Jesus
what we
Christ.
did.
All right. Do you know what?
Would you like me to read it?
Yeah.
I know that.
Bard wins and still has to fucking read through his notes.
That was the only time he got the.
I've come
got
prepared
really
now.
high roll.
I assume I'm just going to lose out.
You know,
Yeah, I was
walking
on a
around,
high roll, and I'm the only one who's prepared to read.
Omar went missing.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Don
if-
Don
Oh yeah, I did.
yes. Okay. So this is the right story. Okay. So we woke up in the morning. We took the jewels to the bank to cash them in, keep them secure. Returned to the Corner Trust and visited by a recruiter for the island voyage. The party signed up and spent the next few days preparing, buying supplies, improving armor, donating to Darius, and making sure we had everything we needed. We got tattoos. I think that's all we really did, really. On the night before the trip, Brant was woken by the deck hovering in front of him. Believing the deck to be the sort of original source of Ulysses' power, he wished
Oh, we lost him.
the deck visited each party member and each drew from it. The outcome was a variety. Xavier received 2 wishes, and Volmar discovered that his soul had been ripped from his body, banished to a realm of ice and darkness. In the morning, the party awoke to find Volmar's body. The party tried to cure Volmar to no avail. As all hope started to flicker, a portal opened and a small gnome emerged. He was a gnome, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. L'Oreal recognized
With hair as
brother,
ginger as
Terrafae.
the sun and skin as black as night.
Timothy, who went missing 5 years ago. The brother had believed it had been around 20 to 30 years, realizing he himself had possessed the deck and drawn from it. Wishing for the power of the planes, he had been elevated to a custodian of the planes, blessed and cursed with the power to protect the balance. Revealing that a party member had drawn the... I said moron, but I think that's moon. The moon card.
You're on the moron card.
The moron god.
Wish
That's a new one we got to add to the deck.
Yeah.
You're moron.
Volmer,
Draw 3
All
more
intellect.
yeah, and
Moron
then Volmer turned into a pony, fell down the stairs, and we said farewell to Dancer.
I've got that one, yeah.
Oh, that was brilliant. So, morning arrives. Volmar falls down the stairs in a calamitous slap. Yeah, basically, we're at the point now, boys, where you've got your last chance saloon of if you need to do anything, get anything before you all... Mate, get your backpack and your lunch ready, because you're going to school trip, don't be late for the bus. So you've got to head down to the docks imminently for an early start. I was going to say get on the road, but it's get on the waves, because it's voyage time.
Yay!
Sure, we picked up food, didn't we? We picked up a load of food.
You've picked up your supplies, your food, your drinks, your rations, yeah. Couple of weeks' supply. Xavier even paid a little bit extra to make sure he had slightly better than just trail mix.
You goddamn.
Yeah. Honey roasted nuts. L'Oreal, I'm not sure if you went and took your armour to Garimat, but we can just say that you did. Yeah. Darius give you.
Yeah.
So you're getting the new, better one upgraded for when you get back. Fingers crossed.
Definitely when, not if.
When you get back. Positive vibes. Yeah. So yeah, unless there's anything else, you can all bid you farewell, have your last piece of breakfast ham from Danson's gaff. Ham. Oh, is there anything you want to say to Danson? Is there anything you want to do or say? Or you just got to dip for X amount of time?
Pay the rooms forward a bit, don't we?
Reserve them.
Oh.
Yeah. Are we not?
How long do we think we're going to be away from?
We don't know how long we're going to be away. That's the thing.
Could be a week. Could be a month. We might.
What was the arrangement he had with you, V?
Fuck knows.
Is it 12? Pidge? Do I remember 12 a week?
Honestly, can't remember, mate. It was basically a bit of a discount on the rooms, and then he had the splitting the tips, which was in part of making it a bit cheaper because Xavier basically performed every day and made it a bit cheaper. So it's up to you. You can either try and speak to Danson and pre-book everything for X amount of time, or...
Yeah, let's go and have a chat with Danson.
Yeah. Stood behind the tavern desk, counter, bar, Danson, as he usually is.
We're off for a bit. We're going to disappear for an unknown amount of time. Probably a couple of weeks, maybe a bit longer. But if I say to you, I'd like for you to hold the rooms for us when we get back. If I said 4 weeks, how much gold do I need?
Well, I'll tell you what might be a better idea. Because, I'll be honest, I've seen this thing before, where people make arrangements and either don't hold them up or can't hold them up. What would probably be a best bet is if you relinquish your rooms, but I don't, for, I don't know, say a couple of weeks. I don't set up any long-term arrangements, so that when you guys come back, you can take up the rooms again and don't have to worry about other people being in for long periods. But then, for my business sense, if you guys are away for a lot longer, the rooms aren't just sitting empty, not making any money.
But for those first couple of weeks, you'd also be losing coin out of your pocket. So,
well, that's what I mean. If I mean, there's no point if you guys aren't going to be there, I might as well rent the rooms out. But what I mean is, I can, one way or another, we'll make sure you can get them back when you come back.
Do we need to make a verbal agreement for this, or can I chuck you a couple of coins and guarantee that they're going to be waiting for us when we get back?
Well, worst case, if you come back and somebody's in there, I'll just tell them that their stay's up in the morning.
Right, okay.
Appreciate that.
I'll go with that then. Yeah.
It's just make sure that that nothing goes wrong in the interim.
What the
I'll just
Plus a few nights camping in
This fucking V putting shield mode on.
forest.
what the heck? I don't even know what that was. But how did I do that?
Moderator things.
It literally
Moderator things, mate.
I just logged in and it was just went, hey, thanks for doing that. I was like, what'd I do?
What I know.
Oh, okay.
Spiggity spin the wheel.
Do it.
So you all head off, happy and content.
Is Dancing going to get one last?
Is Dancing gonna
Yeah,
get?
I tell you what, let's just stand outside the corner
No,
trust.
no, that's horrible.
Well, yeah, but it's fun because it's
Yeah, but
good
it's
for
fun.
dancing.
Because half of all of these spins were me in the first place.
Listen, it's good for dancing, all right? It gives him a laugh, gives him a chuckle, keeps him on his toes, and it's the last he's going to see of us for a couple of weeks. Probably.
I swear,
fire
at
wall
at
every
your
session he has to give me a spin.
D100 in the chat, please. There, Volacus. That one.
I didn't. Did the spin happen? Oh no, we're buffering and lagging and shit.
Yeah.
9.
9.
Oh no. Oh,
Volmar. I mean, relatively thematically. You step outside into the fresh air, ready for another adventure. And you get a slight itch on your chin. You itch a little bit more, and
Did the wheel actually spin and get wild magic?
it did, mate. Yeah, I span it, don't worry.
Oh.
And out of nowhere, a big fuck off long beard made of feathers grows out of your face. Now, this beard remains until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode out from your face. So feel free to rock this beard of feathers for as long as you wish, until you either get bored of it or feel an appropriate time should be in which you should sneeze and have exploding feathers come out of your face.
okay.
I'm allergic
Give me
to
a
birds.
a D20 roll.
That'd
If you
be
get
good.
higher than a 12, I will say that you can damage someone with these exploding
I
feathers.
got 15.
15. So at the point in which the feathers explode from your face, you can do a D6 damage to anyone within 5 feet of you.
Can I
Just
use it
because
as an
'cause it's funny.
opportunity?
Use it as an opportunity attack.
That's you! Oh, fuck!
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you to remember that, because I almost definitely won't, but yeah. There we go. You've got exploding face feathers once.
I'm not even
So-
gonna flinch. I'm just gonna keep walking because of how many random things have happened already.
I mean, you're a druid as well. Like, feathers on the face, fuck it. bit of flavour. Bit of
Imagine
fa- load of flavour.
allergies.
Well, you would have sneezed immediately and it would have fucking done Dave in. So you make your way down towards the docks. Nods of recognition are given from local guards. You head out further down past the sailor's scrotum, and as you start getting closer to the main docks, you see that there are 2 large galleons with crowds of people around them as you're heading towards the docks. It'll be the front left, so the southeast part of the docks. On the map, there is that far side where the bigger ships are, and there's 2 large galleons. Sails currently all wrapped up, facing out towards sea. Start making your way towards those.
I would have said, while I'm at the docks, going to look for any equipment, as in tents, camping equipment, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, did you go and get yourself some sleeping gear, Xavier? Or is that... Yeah, I think Xavier got some stuff. I mean, you can, by all means,
sure.
go and have an extra look for some more stuff if you want, L'Oreal. You head to the dockmasters, I suppose. Morning.
Good morning. Looking to get some equipment ready for the voyage, which is due to head out.
With the guilds.
Yes.
Jerome's Journeys. Okay, fantastic.
I'm not
What
sure
are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for some camping equipment, sleeping bags, tents, stuff like that. I'm not sure what
Mhm.
equipment they've taken with them. I've not seen the manifest for the journey.
Yeah, so there's pre-planned stocks and things for the expedition. They have provided a sleeping bag, roll mat, small backpack, rope, drinks canteen, essentially a simple pack for everybody that needs the gear, you know. But if you want any additional provisions or
Can you tell
improved
me
provisions,
how many of these packs you actually made?
there's been about 40 packs Jerome wanted, as per the last agreement.
Okay, interesting. I'm just trying to also get a number of how many are potentially going on this voyage.
Yeah, so amongst groups of adventurers and deckhands and sailors and hired staff to help sail the ships, of course. There's about 40 packs have been prepared. There's probably about 60 to 70, I don't know, 80, I'm not sure exactly. I'd have to double check the manifest details. But there is two large galleons heading out on the journey south. I must say, you're all well, I don't know if brave's the word. I suppose I don't want to say brave because it seems like it's unexplored territory, isn't it? But there might be nothing there.
Very brave.
I would say so.
But I suppose that's the adventurer's life, breaching into the unknown. So, but yeah, if it's up to you, you can. Everything should have been provided, as I say. But if you want additional things, I mean, as I say, there's roll mats and sleeping bags. But if you want additional, I don't know, tarps, hammocks, there's other variants of sleeping. If you don't want to be on the floor, it's.
Yeah, I would have been looking for some kind of bell tent or something 4 or 5 meter.
I know the one. Canvas. Yes, pole in the middle.
Bell tent boutique is over there.
Yeah, why not? Fucking Bell Tent Boutique is next door, yeah.
Sponsor stream.
Sponsor stream, yeah. Yeah, we love you, Bell Tent Boutique. Yeah, if you want to get a bell tent, I'm sure they can probably forage you one. Yeah. He heads off into the back, and you hear crashing and banging and things moving, and he comes out carrying this big chunky tent bag. Now it's quite cumbersome. I mean, as far as roll mats and sleeping bags go, with a normal camping gear, you're all set. But if you wanted to lug this around, it's obviously going to be a lot more effort. But it's up to you.
Yeah, I think between us that'd cover us all. We'd all be.
I think you could probably all sleep in it if it's just you 5 or 6. Raoul standing on the back, leaning up against the wall.
Yeah. Sounds, and it'd be easier to carry it all between us then. How much is that?
Yeah, and that's 30 gold.
Bargain.
Hang on a minute. Is this a used bell tent?
No.
What's the condition of it? Go on. We're gonna have a quick look.
I mean, you open the zips. It's practically new as far as it's probably been sat there for a while, but it's not like mouldy and shit. Like,
we'll give you 20.
Just a bell tent.
20.
And you can hire it for 20, but you'd have to return it. But if you want to buy it and keep it,
20 or buy for 30.
Well, yeah, because it's cheaper because you'd be giving it back.
Shenanigans are afoot. I tell you what, considering this isn't exactly new, but it is indeed like a nice big bell tent, as you say. We'll meet you in the middle and purchase for 25.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, yes, you will.
Guidance. You get a D4 to add to your roll.
Oh, fuck that. All right.
Is that the first remembered guidance of the campaign?
I've remembered. I've just looked at my spell list and I've got guidance, and I'm like, I've never used that.
Do I convince him with a 35?
Probably.
He's like, nah, it's actually got to be 30. Speaking of 35, that's how much gold you got to pay, son. Nah.
To sell you the entire shop for 25.
So yeah, fair enough.
Gonna pat L'Oreal on the back on that one and just go, there you are.
Awesome. I bet it will benefit all of us anyway. So.
Yep, 25 gold it is.
Nice.
35 on the dice, mate. That's a fucking record, isn't it?
It's the only thing I can do is convince motherfuckers.
So you knock off your 25 gold, and he puts it on the table. Now, we don't really go in for fucking encumbrance and stuff, but I will say this is not something you can just walk about like a backpack, you know. It's gonna take it's 2 people to carry it efficiently, and if you are gonna carry it around with you all the time throughout your entire oncoming adventure, you got to remember.
We're LARPers. We know how much a fucking bell tent makes.
Yeah, that's exactly
recently.
Yeah, that's why I'm making a point of saying you ain't fucking going adventuring around unknown terrain with a bell tent like it's fucking like a fucking Tesco shopping bag. It's gonna be a bastard to carry this fucker around everywhere with you.
And at this point, I'm going to go to the dock master. Is there anywhere we can maybe hire or purchase a horse-drawn cart?
I mean, there's stables. You head back up towards the city a bit. You would have passed the stables on your way down.
Are we going to take a horse-drawn cart to the Isles of Martin?
Why not?
Hell yeah.
Why not?
Before we do buy it, how about will the bell tent fit?
Will the bell tent fit? That's all
Are
we
we
got.
staying on the boat? Or the
Did you miss
boat?
that?
Yeah.
Sorry, Bard. Yeah, you cut out a bit, mate.
Yeah, it's getting worse. I said, will the bell tent fit in the bag of holding?
It would, yeah. If you rolled it out, you'd have to roll it out you take it out of the bag and roll it out long rather than whatever. But you could. It's canvas at the end of the day. You could stuff it in. It'd take a bit longer than a normal packing it up and whatever, but it would
Should we do that then?
entirely solve your fucking. It'd be an extra fucking 20 minutes, half an hour on your morning pack up. But
to actually use that thing.
Well, maybe the bagman's just going to have a sleepover.
I was about to say he's gonna have the time of his life, isn't he?
reluctant to use that thing, but still carries it round all the time. It's up to you.
Mate, stuff it in there, and then we haven't got to worry about encumbrance and lugging this fucking great bell tent around with us.
I was just thinking that the horse and cart might make traveling easier once we get there.
But it also makes us more noticeable.
I mean, let's be real here. We're going to an island unexplored with massive ships, with a massive party of people. I don't think being noticed is on our let's watch out for list.
If you say so.
Never know.
I don't. I've never done this
We don't
before.
know what we're going to find on that island. We might find a massive statue worth a lot. We could chuck it on the back of a horse and cart. And
Imagine all the possibilities we
the
can bring
loot,
back.
untapped ruins, artifacts, the lot. Do we really want to trust in our ability to carry this stuff, or should we just get a bit of insurance and get a horse and cart?
Get a horse and cart. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Also, we have a druid. Have you seen a horse before? Yes, you have, actually. I saw you fall down the stairs.
Yeah.
We might not even need the horse, or if the horse dies, we have a backup.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. I could literally just become your thingy. Yeah, but the thing is, the horse probably has more strength than I do right now. So
Well, it doesn't
Don't
matter.
sell yourself
good.
short. I mean,
When you wild shape, you get the horse's
yeah,
stats.
that's what I'm saying.
So you'll
It's
be
good
able to pull it
It's
with
good
him.
I can transform into a horse, or it's good I get given his stats, because if not, I wouldn't be able to pull it.
How long does it last though?
Like an hour or something.
Yeah, so we would.
I mean, you're only a backup horse, so we're not saying you are the horse.
Oh, 4 hours. So yeah, we'll be fine. I
Nah,
can
you're
do
backup.
two per short rest for 4 hours each.
Did
That's
we
8 hours. We're about 8 hours out in a day.
Yeah, that's not a risk. You may need that spells, skills
Yeah.
for else.
Well, he's already used one
Yeah, but it's per short rest.
because he fell down the stairs as a horse. I mean, we can have a rest on the ship, and you can get one back.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, but
baby.
I fell down the stairs
Yeah.
as a horse,
You-
alright?
you-
don't need
You're
to
going to
point
live
it
with
out
that for the
every
rest of
5
the
seconds.
campaign now.
If you guys want to stay here with the tent, Xavier, do you want to come with me? Try and negotiate
Ooh.
for a horse and cart.
Let's go get a horse and cart. I'm in. Come. We shall
Anyone else?
pretend to be noble adventurers. I mean, we are.
We are. Yes.
I'm going to trim my collar and fluff up my cape on this one.
Your cape on you.
Yeah.
Carrying your chicken.
You make your way slightly back up north, and then you see the stables. Yeah, round the back there's a number of carts, couple of different sizes. So a few horses out front. There's a fella sat on a stool just out front, just having a sip of a drink in a tankard and watching the day go by.
Morning.
Oh, hey there.
We're looking to maybe either hire or purchase a horse and cart. We're going on a journey.
Hey, that's what they're here for. What kind of journey is it? We've got different sizes of carts, different sizes of horses.
Well, we're going to be away some time, and we are going overseas. So
Right, okay. Is it dangerous?
potentially. So if you got a big
Right, well,
strong
that's
horse,
danger fee, right? Okay. And how long do you think? Did you say?
I'm sorry, just while we're getting into this one very quickly, we did just say potentially. Realistically, what we're doing is going through a forested area.
Well, where is it you're going?
Well, I mean, down the road to the ships, Isle of Martin, and
The smile of smart. Where is it?
yeah, you heard me. That's right.
Smile of Garbin is where we're going.
Yes.
Oh, I've not heard of that.
Well,
just
it's-
off the
Oh, well.
coast of Warren, I think.
It's quite new.
Give me a deception check.
Guidance.
Did you
If
come
you
with
need
us?
it. Huh?
Did you come with
Everyone
us?
came with you.
did we?
Right.
Yeah, we all did, didn't we?
I thought
thought
we
we
left
were.
with the tent, but never mind.
Fair
I
enough.
was that's right. I stay with a 10.
Deception is fucking hell, mate. 32.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. So, is it one horse, two horse, big cart, little cart?
So we're thinking quite a strong horse, small-ish cart, I'd say, L'Oreal, my dear.
Yeah.
Or are you carrying luggage, or are you carrying people?
Luggage and potentially a person or two.
Right, okay, so probably a medium cart then. The small ones, you're looking just, like this, a little bit of camping gear. A medium cart will pull, like, supplies and the like, and a couple of people, and a large cart is, like a horse-drawn carriage,
I think we'll go for medium. Medium sounds good, yes.
Right, okay, and just one horse
One
stands
well-
up and wanders over to the horses, and it's
A
a
big horse.
I was going to say something
big
big,
black
like
Shire
maybe,
horse with a white stripe down its nose, big long mane, big fat chunky tail, with a couple of little rings through it. Not proper plaits, but just segmented rings through the tail.
That's a fine beast.
And what would you call this one?
This one's Jeff.
Oh, Jeff.
My
Fantastic.
name is Jeff.
I'm going to go talk to Jeff and inspect Jeff.
I'm going to also
Yeah.
go there. Can I... okay. I'll keep that in mind. Just going to...
Saying that, does our druid know speak to animal?
No. don't need
Okay,
to.
that's all right.
Oh, well, unfortunately, I do. Ooh.
Ahaha, even better.
Ow!
Do
know
us a
what speak
favour.
with
I'm nature-based.
I didn't pick it because you picked my spells for me.
That's My fault.
Yeah, Dad.
A druid.
Druid that can't speak to animals.
My fault.
I picked the good spells, some decent spells that I would actually use, and then you said, "Oh, why don't we change this one? Why don't we change that one?"
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll
Like a
just
blue
wind me
box
neck in and sit
with
back.
Yeah, Dad.
Yeah. Yes, I can.
You can change spells at some point, though, druids, can't you?
Pretty sure.
You're not locked into spells, are you, as a druid?
No. Every level, I think you can change one spell.
Oh, right, okay. We'll figure that out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So you cast and speak with animals, L'Oreal?
Well, I'm going to gauge what Xavier wants first.
Gonna have a jolly good inspect of our dear Jeff. Make sure, have a good pat down. Nothing, no boot polish. Trying to cover up any.
Give me an animal handling check.
This one's not going to be as good.
I'm also
guidance.
Well, I would have either assisted or you assist me in this matter because this is kind of my forte.
Not terrible. It is a 21.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
terrible.
as far as horses go, he looks strong. He's not, I don't know how to fully describe a horse. He looks like a good, strong horse.
Due to his breeding, no markings covered over by boot polish. The shoes in good condition. ready
Yeah,
for a long
like-
adventure.
yeah.
Does he look at me like he wants to nibble me face?
I mean, he looks over and as you're kind of inspecting him, rubbing him for bits, looking for boot polish, he kind of
Rubbing his bits. What?
nuzzles a little bit and shudders, but
I'm doing it with like you would with a horse, I'm like a shush, 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 going down there, speaking to him gently, getting him used to me.
I'm going to
yeah,
pull out my pack from part of my provisions and just...
yeah. Gives it the old nyam off your hand and chomps away.
Gonna
Do I...
give the nod to L'Oreal, like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
I like Jeff. How much for Jeff?
Jeff in the car. How much?
Well, it depends if you're going to be away for a while and whether you want to buy him, whether you want to hire him,
We
or
are looking at either possibly purchase.
right. Okay, and there is package deals with the cart as well. So,
Okay.
but if you're looking to buy him to keep him along with the cart, that'll be 500 gold.
What comes in with that package as well? Anything like, because we're going to need...
Well, the horse and the cart together.
Oh,
Like if you were just buying a horse or just buying a cart, the set price is on their own, but together it'll be 500 gold. And you get horse supplies, of course. You get some feed for him that'll last for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Depends how much you feed him.
Would that also include a full set of tack?
Oh, aye, you got all the chains and whips and bolts and all that kind of stuff you need to tack him on and ride him away.
I tell you for now that we won't be whipping Jeff.
No.
I'll make
Still,
a
I'll
deal
keep hold
with
of
you.
it.
Laura, I'll make a deal with you. I'll pay for the horse, but once we're done with this expedition, if we make it out alive, I get to have him as a pet.
No.
I don't know. That's a fairly good
pet
idea. We
horse.
do keep... Jeff stays in the party.
Well, I'm looking.
The fella turns to Volmar, if you want your own horse, I've got others.
I'm looking
No,
to
I'm
keep him
alright.
myself after this.
Well, fair enough. I mean... Well, okay. So, what's the deal for rental?
Well, rental, it's again, it depends how long. You'd have to put a terms on it, and
Okay, say we go for a 2-week rental deal with the possibility of purchasing at the end. Let's call it a PCP program.
so rental is more local. If you're going off untold lands and things, it's like you can rent him to go round Calvados to the farms and the north and the like. But if you're taking him off city, then off island, it would have to be purchased because I don't know. We've got no way of tracking you, and there's no way of you getting back. So I don't know if we're coming back. You know what I mean?
Righto.
Okay. How much would the horse be on their own?
Jeff on his own would be 300 gold.
And how much would the cart be on its own?
That would be 300 gold.
Okay, I'll cover the 300 gold. If
Well,
you buy the
hold
package.
on, really quick. I do like Jeff, and he's a mighty steed, but I think you're overestimating him at 300 gold.
I'm just thinking.
Well, I'm really not.
You
look
really are.
at him.
I have looked at him, and the thing is, I know horses. I've been around horses a very long time, and I do like, you know, a good field horse. It's not quite like, obviously, a Calvados Rarend, which will gallop for days, of course. Now, that's 300 gold worth. Now, obviously, this Shetland, I don't have no idea what Shetland is, but you know, they named horses after him, apparently.
Shetlands
I'm thinking...
are ponies, mate.
He's definitely not little. He's a big working horse. He'll pull that cart all day, every day.
Exactly that, but he's not a gallop horse, and we might need gallop. The thing is, we might lose Jeff along the way, so if we're going to buy, I say 250 for Jeff.
Well, if you're going to lose him, then I'd rather you not buy him at all.
Well, he's going to come back. Horses do that. I mean, we will find him. We just might have to leave him somewhere.
So that's are you taking him off island, or
we're taking him off
island and losing him? Then
I'm not going to lose Jeff. You're misconstruing my words. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm saying 250 for Jeff.
And I'm saying 300.
And I'm saying 250.
No.
Okay, we'll meet in the middle, 275.
I'll meet at the top. The price is 300.
Okay, a little bit more, 280.
280 plus 20, 300.
Okay, 280 plus 5, 285.
So, do you want the cart as well? He turns to L'Oreal. If you were getting the package deal, then you're saving 100 gold on buying them separate anyway.
So you said 450 for the package deal.
Right, okay. He goes and he ties Jeff up again. If you're not going to work business here, I know you like to bargain, you adventurers, but the prices are as the prices are. I think my package deal's quite fair. It's 100 gold. That's a lot of money to a lot of people. If you don't want to pay it, the deal's off.
That's what
I'm fully aware that the 100 gold's a lot to a lot of people, and we are a lot of people here with not that much gold. This is why we're trying to get a decent price. I haven't even seen the cart as yet, by the way. I mean, what's the condition of that? And how old's Jeff while we're at it?
Well, Jeff's 3 years old.
Ah, he's getting on a bit. Come on now.
He's really not. So you say you know horses, but you keep saying things that don't make sense around horses.
Well, how much?
If you want the deal or not.
At which point I'm going to cast Speak with Animals and have a talk with Jeff.
Okay. You cast Speak with Animals.
And basically, I'm just going to have a chat with Jeff, find out how this guy is treating Jeff, and does he want to get out here?
Talk to Jeff then.
As I'm just rubbing this out. How are you doing, my friend? Clearly you don't be here. Yeah.
It's not very often I get to hear. Wait. Say something again.
Oh, what would you like me to say? I can speak your language. It's...
Kind of stands up tall for a second. Well, this is interesting. Have you got any more of those apples?
Yeah, I certainly do. And I'll reach in and grab another one.
The horse is also a country bumpkin.
Spends a lot of time around, learns a language.
There you go.
He eats the apple. Oh, thank you very much. Well, you took me by surprise a bit. What was it you said?
Well, basically, how are you finding this arrangement you got here with? I don't even know his name. Your owner.
Oh yeah, he's great. I think. I mean, keeps me clean, keeps me fed, and sometimes I go off on trips with people and run around the city for a bit and maybe do some deliveries and stuff, and then I come back. Seems all right.
Well,
Clomps his hooves a little bit.
we're looking to go on a nice adventure, and we're hoping that you'd come with us. We're
Oh,
looking to-
that would be quite exciting, yeah.
yeah. Would you be happy with that? Would you really want that, or would you want to continue this life you have here? Because
Well, as I say, either or. Sometimes I get to go out on adventures and then I come back. But if you want to take me on an adventure, I'll come with you, yes.
yeah, well, we'll be leaving the island. You'll be seeing places you've never seen before.
Oh, sounds exciting, yeah.
Yeah. Your owner's been a bit neglecting us, wanting to settle you to us, though, which is a shame. 'Cause we really want to take you with us. You're a beautiful animal, and really want you to.
Well,
is there any way you
that's
could?
nice of you to say.
Yeah. You could help persuade your owner to part.
What's he gonna do? Nay!
He
Nay!
looks at you stupid, and this fella's just stood there with his arms folded, just watching you talking to Jeff. He turns to Xavier. Does she do that often? Just make grunts and groans and whispers at animals.
Absolutely, she's very good with them. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Have you never grunted at an animal?
Well, I mean, I talk to Jeff, but I don't really grunt at him. I don't speak horse.
Well, you've never tried. How would you know?
Well, that's true. Maybe I'll start doing it. Yeah. Something to think about.
Catch them when they're young. Stop neighing at them. They might neigh back.
True. Right. Jeff says, I honestly don't know how I could help. I've spoke to him before, and he sometimes seems to know what I'm saying sometimes, but I don't think he speaks a language.
No, I don't think he does either. I think he's just trying to guess at what he's saying to you.
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
Yeah, but we feel he's just basically trying to take advantage of us.
Everyone else that seems to do business and take me out on trips seems happy.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, who wouldn't want to spend time with you as their charge? You know, and which is why we really want you to come with us. But he's trying to overcharge us a lot. If there's any way that you could do something to...
What do you mean overcharge? What's he saying?
He's like trying to charge us 500 gold.
Do you not think I'm worth it?
Oh, well. You are, but that's not including the cart. We want that as well.
Lying to the horse.
Make a deception check.
Against a horse?
You're lying! You're trying to
to
convince the fucking... It's my man's bread and butter. He fucking goes out on journeys. He knows his worth.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Well, maybe you can try and convince him to throw the cart in or something. I don't know, but seems like a good price for me, I think. I'll work hard for you.
So you're saying if we agree to the price that he's saying for you, he should throw the cart in as well?
Well, I mean, if you agree to the price he's saying, it should be a good deal because I'll work hard. I'm worth it, and the carts always I pull them along well, and they always hold up well. I don't think I've ever seen any of them break or anything. So
they're quite sturdy then. That's good. That's good to hear.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's the fella turns to you, L'Oreal. Right. So, I mean, I don't know what you're saying to Jeff, but if you do you want this deal or not?
Well, I think I did catch a little bit of the conversation. He did say something about his hoof.
His hoof? There's nothing wrong with his hoof.
Well, I'm sure he said something. L'Oreal, did he say something about his hoof?
Yeah, he said he was kind of a problem in one of his like ankle areas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, right, so I'm not stupid, guys, right? I know you're trying to cut me down on my price. I know you're trying to lie about the condition of my own horse to convince me it would be wise to sell him to you at a smaller price. Well, the price is 500 for Jeff and a cart, or you can go about your day.
Well, you want the honest, what the horse said? The horse said that if we bought him at the value that he's valued at, you should throw in the cart as well.
And what price did he say it was valued at? I heard you say 500.
Who?
How would you have understood that? That was in horse.
500 is 500. 500 is still 500 in Japanese and English. Numbers are numbers.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is somehow.
That's not how language works.
She neighed 500 times.
It's up to you. As you can see, I'm putting my foot down here. It's 500 or nothing.
Well,
I'm also really starting out a character now, really feeling bad that we're probably about to take Jeff to an island to have him just like fucking get goofed.
It's definitely 500 gold for a horse and cart to keep is a very good price. So it's up to you guys. You can either take it or not have a horse and cart.
More than I protect you.
I don't know.
Go on, I will cover the 300 for the cost of the horse if I get to keep him afterwards. And the rest of you pay for the cart.
I'll just pay the other 200. But I'll have to go get another jewel out.
I'm sure we can rustle the money between us. I've got 100.
Yeah, I've got. Well, right now in my gold,
You've got fuck all.
24. So I can use that, I guess.
For the sake of time, if you want to have said you'd whatever another jewel, so you've got some pennies on you.
I am, however, going to convince the farmer man that we need 2 weeks minimum of feed with him included in this price.
Oh, you can have as much feed as you like.
So
it comes with 2 weeks, and every extra week's worth of food is 5 gold on top.
I think 2 weeks is plenty.
I'll add 1,800 to my fee.
No.
Because I'm paying 200 for it.
Biggie's paid 250 for the horse. You need to pay 250 for the car.
Right, so
well, Biggie
I thought Biggie was paying 300.
I paid 300.
Oh, okay. Right. I stand corrected. Oh, I sit corrected.
There.
Right, so let me open your bank. So you've now got 16 pieces left in the bank. And you've got brain 1,800. If you don't want to take 1,800 gold with you, you can just put that 1,800 in the bank.
Just take out what you needed.
1,800 gold in the bank, 16 pieces of jewellery, and then you've paid your 200 for the cart.
1,800 back off then. Mate, you're not gonna.
I mean, you can take it if you want, but if you want to.
Well, no one's actually been there, so there's not going to be shops there.
There's really not going to be any shops.
It's up to you, mate. It's up to you. If you want to take the 1,800,
I'll leave it.
Okay. And you knocked your 300 off.
Yeah.
L'Oreal.
I accidentally added it first, and then I've just took it off.
Righto. Yeah, so he heads round the back and shows you the cart. Nice, thick, solid wood, sturdy cart. The wheels are like double thick. So there's like, instead of just one single wheel at the back, there's like 2 wheels deep he says, so we put the 4 wheels on, so if any of them do go, you've got the backups, you know. And then there's a spare underneath. And he shows you underneath, and there's another one like strapped under the bottom. They should be absolutely fine, but you're covered. So, do you need help tacking him up, or you know what you're doing?
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. I'll start tacking him up.
Yeah. So the medium car, it's it's got space to basically, with all the supplies in and the tent, you could get, we'll just say 2 of you in there, or maybe Brant on his own, and maybe Tim or Raoul, someone small, with his big chunky armor. But yeah, the cart on its own would carry all 5 of you with no supplies, so it's quite spacious. But yeah, you tack him up.
Would I be able to sit at the front if I was sort of driving the car?
Yeah, so there's a seat. Yeah, there's like a seat at the front, and then the space in the back.
Is there
for supplies and people.
2 people to sit.
The passenger.
Two thin people. Yeah. It might be a bit of a squeeze again with if Brant was up front with his slightly chunkier armor, but
My big boy.
not fat shaming, mate. But you are a bit of a wider berth than.
Oh, weird boy.
I'm a bigger boy.
Nice. Yeah.
Right, to the ship then.
Yep.
Imagine the deck comes out as we're on
Yeah,
the ship.
fella gives Jeff a little pat on the backside, and Jeff kind of starts clip-clopping. Makes his way back down towards the docks.
Ooh, shotgun.
Okay.
Xavier jumps up front. Raoul's just walking L'Oreal's side. You go back to the dockmasters, pick up the tent. Putting the tent bag in the back as well, or
Yeah, might as well.
Yep. You head over towards the galleons. Crowds of people, chatting going on, boxes being loaded up. There's not many, because obviously they've been prepared for a morning voyage, so the last bits and bobs of supplies and barrels and crates and bags and all kinds of kits and tarps and ropes all getting loaded up. You can see Jerome and Galariel up at the front, stood on a set of boxes. Jerome's kind of just talking to people. Sees you starting to approach with a horse and cart, and like hops off his box and runs over. Morning.
Morning.
Who's this then? He kind of pats on Jeff and gives him some scritches under the chin.
This is our.
What's
Scritches?
some scritches?
He's going to be coming with us. We thought a horse and cart might prove useful once we get over there.
Yeah. Okay. Clear the path. And people start turning and moving over, and you can take Jeff towards the edge. There's the single plank that goes up to the main deck. Obviously, isn't big enough. But there's a loading plank to the side, which is obviously like too thick. You'd have to ride him up carefully, but
yeah,
you could probably do it.
Yeah.
As slow as she goes, you get a couple of deckhands and stuff, and people kind of slowly, carefully trying to guide you on. One of them shouts back, "Have we got the space for this?" Jerome says, "Yeah, it'll be fine. You might just have to move some boxes," but he turns back to you guys as L'Oreal's riding. Have you got provisions and stuff?
In the back of the cart while we're on voyage, it'd be easy enough to do.
Say again.
if you want to store some stuff on the back of the cart for the voyage, that's fair enough.
Yeah, that'll free up some space. Have you got all your ropes and ties for the horse? And
yeah,
is it all right on
packs here? Ready to use.
I mean, he'd have to stay in the storage, the deck hold, but
if need be, but possible maybe get some fresh air every now and again. But
it might be difficult with the layout of the ship, but
and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll grab.
I'm sure we can. Yeah, we'll figure it out as long as you keep an eye on him and.
Yeah, of course.
So you make your way to start riding on. Jerome then gets back up on his barrel. Says, right, we'll start loading everyone on. If you could all come pass by me. We've split you into 2 ships. We're just keeping it simple. We're calling them Ship A and Ship B. We're going to be taking a slightly different voyage. We're going to be heading down together. And then as we approach the Isles, we'll be splitting and coming at it from other sides of the island, the east and the west sides of the islands. So if you, as you head up, give us your names and we'll tell you which ship you're going on. So people start filtering through A, B, B. Mostly, you see groups of people, parties head up, and usually people are kept obviously in their parties. It's not just it's not like one of them shit fucking school activities where you stand with all your mates hoping to get in the same group and none of you get together. Teacher bastards. But yeah,
do you see your little friend anywhere?
Which one? Sorry.
Your little lady friend. Is she?
Arain.
Her group anyway here.
The invisible maid.
Well, if she's invisible,
He's already
no.
forgotten about her.
I asked what friends.
Terrible.
I have many friends. I'll have a look about for him. See where they're at.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I'll also be
Guidance.
Guidance.
Good. Where's my perception gone now? Yeah, bastard.
So any 2 from me.
Yeah.
21.
21. Yeah, you see Boren, Prey, and Roe heading up the gangplank onto ship B.
I'll just turn over to you. Look, they're over there. They're over there.
Ooh, I'll give you another
There.
better hope we're
Nudge
on
L'Oreal. Nudge Bard. There. Look, they're over there on ship B. Are we on ship B?
As you head up, Jerome looks through, says, you guys all staying in your troop as normal? Are you all here?
Yes.
We got recognised from the Corner Trust, a couple of new sign-ups, couple of faces. Are these all with you? Looking at Volmar and Dave. Yeah, you guys are all on Ship A, coming with me.
Oh, can we recheck that really quick?
You sure? Oh.
I mean, if you don't have to come with me if you don't want to. I mean, it's just, if you want to go on Ship B, we could swap some people.
Right, guys. Okay, so Ship B's got obviously a really cool party on it, which we could probably link up with when we're there.
It would make sense.
Haven't we already loaded the cart?
Yes.
Shit.
You notice there's also there's no secondary gangplank onto Ship B.
Shit.
It's either Jeff or the homies. Pledge your bets now.
I ain't leaving my horse.
Ship A it is. I mean, who wouldn't want to go on an adventure with yourself? I see a tear rolling down Xavier's.
I mean, the ultimate aim, if you've got friends on the other ship, then the aim is to take it from both sides of the islands and converge and meet in the middle. So Ideally, everyone will be together anyway, eventually, all going well. But
keeping in contact with the other party.
Myself and Galariel have got sending stones to communicate between ship leaders, but any other communicative tools is up to people coming on board. I mean, there's a lot of adventurers of a lot of different casts, and there's a lot of magic flying around, so we figured people that wanted to maintain communication would be able to. We haven't really factored or catered in for people communicating with other people. Again, we've left people's abilities up to themselves. We're just here to forefront the journey.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll be meeting up with them soon enough once we get there.
Yeah, well, that's the plan, so...
Come on, Xavier. No need to mope, I'll just clap him on the back as we go on board.
There, doing spell. Looking at ship B, sort of just like, I don't have to stay with you lot. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah.
Fox off the party to go off with some random fucking group. Right, so you all head up onto ship A. There's a hustle and bustle of activity. Everyone else starts getting filtered across their various groups. After about half an hour, the ships are finalised, the planks are drawn in, everyone's set up. You see Jerome stands up on the top deck, holding onto the rigging, and he kind of waves his hand in front of his mouth and shouts out, "All good on A, what about B?" And then you hear another loud voice coming back over from Galariel. He says, "Yep, we're all good here." He hops down, says, "Right, I guess it's time." Claps his hands. "Let's go, everybody." And then applause starts rapturing up between the staff and the other adventurers on board, and people are getting all excited. "Yeah, let's go, let's go."
Clapping the plane landing now.
Yeah, clapping the plane setting off. You see people down at taking the final bits of ropes off. And you see some of the crew at the side. The anchors start coming up. "Full sail!" Big full 3 sets of sails come down.
In the middle of
the wind catches. You slowly start coming out of port. "We're off, boys. Anything you forgot to do? It's too fucking late now. We're off."
Fuck.
Can I? What were you going to say, Vol?
No, I can't. No, I can't. No, carry on.
Oh, what were you going to say?
Just to mention door back to the shore. See you later.
I said I've got to go on this journey. Bye, bitch. Yeah, so exciting times. We have left the safety of Calvados. If you want to get a short rest in, you can get a short rest in. There will be time as the ships start sailing for short restage. Plenty of time. So the ship set off, and they're keeping a fair pace. They're about 50 feet between each other. I'm just heading south, following the same path as close as possible, always staying within about 50, 60 feet, give or take, over the waves. Does anyone openly have any issue being on the water?
Oh, hang on. I better roll for this.
Thanatophobia?
Yeah.
Does anyone have thanatophobia? Does anyone have a bit of a dicky, not too good on the waves stomach? It's questions I'm going to ask because it's up to you guys. They're your characters.
Fuck it, let's roll for it.
Well,
Roll for it.
do I have to roll if I'm a
No.
coastal druid?
Cocked. No.
Almost
you don't
definitely
have
not,
to.
mate. Of all the people, I mean, you could, if you want to be a coastal druid that doesn't like boats, you could still have a dicky tummy. It's only a bit of seasickness, isn't it? It's totally up to you, mate. But I'm asking the question.
Be highly.
I don't just want to assume everyone
well,
gets from A to B without, you might have a dicky tummy.
I got a constitution of 19, so I'm going to assume
Yeah.
that's fine.
Most likely, definitely fine. Another question: are you
I'm
all?
going to swap out my plate armor for scale. Did you miss that? Hello?
No, we got
Hello,
you.
no, I
Swap out
caught
your
you.
weight for
Yeah.
scale,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, was that another set that you had on you already?
It's my old scale mail. I've got my plate mail and I've got my scale mail, so I'm swapping them over in case.
I was literally just about to ask: are you obviously maintaining? Are you going for comfort, just your clothes, or are you staying armored the whole time? It's up to you. However you want to approach the journey, what you think.
The plate armor's not what you want to be wearing if you go overboard.
That's true.
And scale mail's a little bit lighter.
Yeah. Okay.
The dice have decided.
You don't like.
Xavier got a dicky tummy.
Xavier
is it
has
a nat
one?
1?
That is a nat 1.
Okay,
Xavier
give me a
don't fail well.
Love and
give me
seasick.
give me a Constitution saving throw.
14.
14. You get about half an hour to an hour in, and you start to feel a bit uneasy on your feet, and you start to think, "Oh, fucking hell! How long's this journey actually going to be? How far have we got to go?" And I'm already starting to feel a little bit uneasy. But you're not pecking yet. You're not pecking yet. So the way this is going to work, boys.
Standing at the side and just, sort of watching
just
everything go by.
Trying to not look slightly off grey-green. Morning, Xavier. Morning. Doing all right?
I'll just stand next to him with one of my pies in my hand. All right, bye.
Bye. So the way this is going to work, we've got journey checks to make. We need to determine how long it's going to take for us to get there. And we're going to determine whether it's uneventful or whether the weather comes to fuck you, whether the seas come to fuck you. Who knows? So, who wants to be first to make the first Terrafae campaign journey-based survival check?
Go on then.
Go on, Junior. Go on. He's shaking his head.
I'll do it.
Okay, whatever.
Go on. I'm having Junior do it. He said no, but it's a yes.
Junior's got to be first. Give me a survival check. Roll a d20 survival check.
Throwing it on the floor doesn't count.
Well.
Oh, nice.
All right, chuck it in your tray. Chuck it in your tray.
Ooh.
+5.
21.
21. The first day leaving from the mostly calmer waters of the Calvados Island City. The first day starts off mostly uneventful. You make good headway. The ships are maintaining. The visibility's clear. The waves are, as expected, a little bit. There's a hubble and a bubble of the old waveage, but the seas are definitely keeping a calmer look. Give me a D6, please, Junior.
6.
6. The clear skies above maintain. The sun's out. You're following the sun as it tracks across the sky. The day's warm. A lot of the deckhands start taking the shirts off, maintaining the ropes and the rigging. Captain's sailing easy breezy. No issues on the first day. I'm going to give you opportunity if there's anything you want to do, because there is going to be, I'll tell you now, it's going to be at least 5 days, so everyone gets to make a roll. But if there's anything you guys want to achieve, whether you want to cast a spell, do anything, prepare anything, learn anything, I don't know, you've got days of time to be spent here. So if there's anything particularly that you might want to think of anything, you can always ask, and you'll either be able to do it, try it, or it won't be feasible. But
while I'm standing there and looking out, I'm just going to cast sending over to my dear My Noramu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ride shit. Feel dicky. Wish you were here. XOXO.
You hear a little giggle in the back of your head. I mean, it's clear skies and easy sailing, Xavier. Hopefully the ride maintains this way if this is a bad ride.
Just go. Send another one back. It seems I really don't like water. Boats are choppy. I'm going to say AF is one word.
AF.
At least I can see fish. XOXO.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
It's for the DM. Can you teleport someone with Misty Step if you're like holding them? So you could just be like this and then
No.
just teleport. Oh.
It's just yourself, Misty Step.
And I don't think it's...
She replies, certainly. We've been asked not to use too much wild magic on board, but I mean we'll find fun one way or another.
Okay, last reply of the day. Shit, what do you say to people?
How do I word?
I'm going to send a message. I have no idea what I'm going to say.
As long as you're having fun, I'm now going to go lose my life savings to some ship people, one word hyphen. Hopefully see you soon. XOX.
She replies, yeah, of course. Make sure you keep some of that money back. You'll have to take me out again when we get back to Calvados.
Fist bumps. Don't think I can. That. That's it. That's me. I'm out of communication.
Yeah. Night comes. The DM rolls at night time. You're fine. Everyone can mark off a long rest for what it's worth, for what it matters. I will say to make sure you keep, do actually any spells you cast, any things you do actually mark it off on your sheets, just in case something happens. Don't just assume, I'm going to get a long rest, I won't bother marking it, because you never know what's going to happen. Day 2. Who's going to roll it?
Can I roll again?
No.
No, one each. L'Oreal's up for day 2. Survival roll, please.
Oh,
That one.
No, quite the opposite. Nat 20 for 29.
29 on survival. The waters do get a little bit choppy as the morning comes. The sun, the change in temperature starts to tides in, tides out. Things don't go smoothly all the time. But for the most part of the day, yeah, it's getting slightly warmer. Another lovely day. There's a little bit of cloud cover this time, but it's mostly bright skies, plain sailing, Nibosh. Give me a D6. 4. You get to about mid-afternoon. As you are sailing, you see up in the sky, a few hundred feet away, there is a group of flying things who seem to be flying in the same direction as the ship. Probably a little bit too big to be normal seafaring birds, but there's about... Give me a perception check. If you want to point it out to your homies so everyone makes a perception check, it's up to you, but otherwise...
No, I'll just a 19.
Yeah. You can see that there is 6 of them.
I'm gonna just have a shout. Anyone got a telescope on board or something that I can use?
Yeah, the guy in the crow's nest. Couple of shouts go up to the crow's nest. The guy shouts down. Yeah.
I'll climb up.
Yeah. Climb up. Give me a athletics check with advantage.
Can I touch her for guidance before she starts climbing?
I'm
Yeah.
not worried.
It's all right. I just need something to touch.
It's not too difficult to do, but I'm not just going to let you do everything for free.
What's guidance?
Get a D4.
Gives you a D4.
Oh, okay.
It's one of them mechanics that we've probably had the ability to use from the start of the campaign, but it's only until today that Vol's been like, yeah, I can probably just buff everyone's rolls every roll.
22.
We love a bit of guidance. 22.
Is that
Yeah.
cantrip? Is it guidance? Or is it?
It is, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, cantrip, yeah. Just guide people, give them a buff on their checks. I mean, like, within reason, like, because we're all in close proximity, and, you know, it's fine. You can't just, like, there's going to be times where it's not going to quite work. You're either not going to get there in time, or it's going to be a little bit dubious to if you have been in the same situation as the person, you know. But while we're just on the ship, it's no fucking, you know, what we're fucking about. Yeah, you get up to the crow's nest. There's a fella up there. Says, afternoon.
Hey there.
There's not a lot to look at out in the open seas, but the air's fresh up here. You said you wanted a telescope?
Yeah, if I can just borrow it for a second.
Yeah. Passes it over.
Have a look at what I can see, what I saw flying.
Yeah, give me a perception check. Go with advantage this time because you got your telescope.
Oh, yes. Natural 20 for 29.
These 6 flying creatures, they look like large albatross-ish type kind of birds. They're like large birds. With the natural 20, I'll say you can see that, as a point of note, they seem to have noticeably long and sharp talons and sharp, long teeth coming down from their upper beak.
Dire seagulls.
Dire seagulls.
A very reasonable assumption.
I'll just speak to the... You've been out sailing quite often, I imagine. Have you ever seen...
It's my first trip this far south, but yeah, it's my day-to-day, my bread and butter.
You ever seen anything like this before? And I'll point them out so we can have a look with the telescope.
Yeah, he takes a telescope. Has a look. Scavenger types. Closes it. I mean, they tend to follow big ships out on journeys. Usually if it's big fishing trips, they like to come and try and scoop some of the haul. I mean, they seem at distance. They don't seem to be angered. But yeah, appreciate you letting us know. We'll keep a lookout. We won't let them surprise us if they want to come and attack. I mean, we're not doing any fishing or anything, so they're probably just waiting to see if what we're up to. But yeah, good looking out. If they do attack, yeah, I mean, they've got sharp claws and teeth, so they tend to just swipe in and use the claws and the teeth to just grab things from nets, and just get in and out. They don't tend to hang about, so watch out for swooping, diving attacks. But yeah, it's
Now that we've
something to keep attention to.
an upper hand if they do decide to.
Yeah, just we'll keep a side eye on them, definitely.
Okay.
You see him pull out a little sending stone, and he starts waving over to the other crow's nest, and he goes, "Big cunts up above." Yeah, a little voice come back. Yeah, cheers. Well, yeah, I mean, you're welcome to stay up here, but
No, I'll probably go down and let some others down below know as well, just to.
yeah, good idea. Let everyone know. Appreciate you. Well, thank you.
Is there a rope that I can slide down, just make it a bit quicker down?
Yeah, have you got gloves on?
Yes.
Then give it a try. Give me an acrobatics check.
Ooh.
What's
Can't.
sliding down?
You can't guidance, no, because guidance is a touch spell.
14.
14. It's not the most graceful, and you are going to get a little bit of, even with the gloves, you are going to get a little bit of rope burn, because even sliding down a rope, going down at an angle, you start to build up a bit of momentum. I'll say you make it down, though. You kind of stumble at the bottom. It's not the most graceful, but you don't hard impact or anything.
One of those
Certainly
that get rope burn halfway, so you think it's a great idea, and he's not going.
Bit of smoke starts coming out. This was a bad idea. Okay. The day continues. Everyone's alerted to and keeps a little side eye up at the big cunts up in the sky. But they do seem to be following that same direction, basically.
Is there any fishing gear on this ship? I'm going to try and have a hand at fishing, if there is.
Yeah. You can forage around. There's big fishing nets. You head to the back of the ship, and there is a group of fellas that have got big nets off the back that are basically just drawing along. And every half hour or so, they reel them up a bit to see what they've got. And they get some little bits of fish here and there. It's not like mass loads, because you're not necessarily heading out to fishing areas on fishing trips, and you're maintaining a fast pace. So it's not like, you might pass through a school and grab a couple, but you can either join them, or you can try and chuck a rod off the side or the back or something.
That's what I was going to do. Just chuck a rod off, have a relax for a bit. See if I can...
Okay. Yeah. Does anyone else want to do anything particular?
Just another quick sending after...
Yeah.
These goddamn long-range relationships.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
Are you just sitting in like a hammock, just sending, and that's all you do?
Quite literally, what I was about to say. I have set up a hammock somewhere, just literally watch everything go by.
Because it might determine what you want to talk about. Give me a Constitution saving throw for day 2.
Ooh, that's terrible. That is a 9.
The night passes without any issue, but in the morning, as people start stirring and you wake up, the stomach goes completely. This is a very sicky day today.
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, can I do a medicine check to kind of like...
Yeah, if you want to catch Xavier gipping over the side,
stop in front
yeah, give a medicine check if you want, mate.
It's not great. It is... No, it's all right. 6 and 9, that's 15.
15. I mean, you could probably ease his sickiness somehow. What means have you got a medical kit, or have you got a spell you could use, or?
Oh.
I mean, in all fairness, mate, you've got the free reign of your spell list, because you can change your spells every day. So if you want to have a quick think of what you want to do to help Xavier while I do this spin of the wheel. Spin the wheel. Oh my god.
No.
Is it the deck?
It's a pull.
Oh, God.
Right in the middle of the fucking bar.
I can't.
Don John's gone, mate.
Only came at once.
Right in the middle of the ocean on a ship where we can't.
What we'll say is, we'll deal with that tonight. We'll get this second day out of the way. Remind me the deck comes out for Dave this night. Yeah, so go on, Brant. Say you had something.
Lesser restoration. It cures
Yeah.
poisons.
Mhm,
Cure
yeah.
disease or condition afflicting, including poison, blinded, deafened, and paralyzed.
Yeah, of course it's a minor scale. It's a natural thing, but yeah, like Xavier, you go from not really being able to do much other than hard grip the side